Hey guys, Code Red Mining, quick video tonight. Right, this is the Minebox 8, the upgraded one that Red Panda Mining sent me. I had moved the Delta fans from the inside to the outside to fit larger cards. So it does a really good job keeping the cards cool. I had two fans die, this one, and I had already replaced this one prior with a parallel miner. What are they? I believe they're, well, let's see here. I bought 12 more of them. They're 2.8 amp Delta fans. Sorry for the flash, I got my headlight on. Well, I think if I turn it off it'll be too dark. Well, yeah, that looks fine. Okay. So this one had already been replaced with 2.8 amp. This was original. This one was still working, but I just went ahead and replaced it. So these are all brand new 2.8 amp Delta fans from Parallel Miner, and boy did they crank some air. On this one, it plugs into the motherboard. So obviously I bought 12 because I plan to replace all of them on all the miners. Hang on here. So on the ones that don't plug into the motherboard, they used to be these Molex style ones like this. As you can see, these are kind of, sorry for the camera angle. I'm actually going to be buying a tripod. See, they were these ones. And so they would hook up to each other, and they were 1.68, 1.60. And the ones that we replaced that were in here originally were 2.7 amp. So, I mean, that's pretty good. So it's a small upgrade for this one. But what it is a really big upgrade for the rigs that have those Molex style ones in it. So there is no motherboard plug-in. Sorry, one-handed doing this. I apologize. There, let me grab it. Hang on here. Show you guys. This is what I'm using. I did it on one rig already. I had a person in Red Panda Mining's Discord link me this. So it is a 6-pin, tiny little fan controller. That's a little twist knob. You turn the speed up and down. Obviously, I just leave it turned up all the way. But I don't want to run 2.8 amp fans on a SATA fan controller, or even a Molex fan controller. I really only feel safe with like a 6-pin fan controller. And I was having a hard time finding one. And somebody recommended this one to me. And I did it on the Minebox 8 right there, the older style one that has the tighter spacing. I'm not sure, so like I know for sure I get the full spin out of these. I'm not sure if this limits the amount of spin with it turned up all the way, or the amount of RPMs on the fans. I don't believe, sorry, this is why I need a tripod, or well, one of those little mobile flexi ones. I don't believe it limits the RPMs of the fan, but without, like, you know, being able to get in and view the fan RPMs, obviously you don't know. So just a little rundown of this rig. I got a 3070 Ti Gigabyte, 2080 blower style Asus. That's a 2060 Super Asus Strix. That's a 3070 Asus full hash rate. And over here, that is a 2070 Super EVGA. That's a 3060 Ti Asus Tough LHR. And those are two 3070 Ti's for the wins. So currently right now, I am in the process of selling a bunch of cards. I've just accumulated too many cards. I need to condense some. So I'm selling cards. I got them listed on like Facebook Marketplace. I want to avoid eBay if possible. I hate the fees. It's a ripoff. I hate dealing with the possibility of scammers or people trying to claim, oh, the card didn't work, or oh, it never got delivered, and it's just a headache. I made a previous video about dealing with eBay and people that pull that shit. There's just so many pieces of shit out there that are willing to try and take your money or just be scammy in general. And you even got to watch for it on Facebook Marketplace. A common one that pops up is people will message you and say they want to Zelle you, then have their wife come and get it. They'll pay you up front. That is a scam. And also the people that usually contact you from Instagram, that is a scam. Cash only, in person, or no go. That is the best way to do it, the safest way. And obviously, meeting at like a public place, police station, even a gas station, just somewhere public. You don't want to put yourself in a situation that you could be taken advantage of, or somebody could accuse you of taking advantage of them. So you want a place with cameras, common sense stuff. So I am actually listing, God, I think I have 20 separate ads up right now. The market is just flooded right now with graphics cards. I'm not trying to make any money on them. I'm just selling them literally for below MSRP. I'm just going to sell them and rebuy 3090s. That's my plan. I just want to condense into some 3090s. I've accumulated too many cards. Sorry for the blue lights. As you guys know, those things are terrible for the camera. I've just accumulated too many cards outside the tent, and it's just creating too much heat in the room. I need to get everything back into the tent and utilize the awesome metal tubing inline fans I have. And because the cooler this room is out here, the cooler the tent will be. So currently right now, I am looking to purchase 2080 Ti's and 3090s. I really love 2080 Ti's. You can find them for a really good price sometimes. And they do, they do 62 mega hash on Ethereum, and they do 100 on Sols on Flux. And they do about the same wattage as like a 3070. Sometimes a bit more, like this one right here. For some reason, it'll only do 160 watts. It can do the 62 mega hash, but the other ones do, 120 to 130, so it's a bit weird. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really selling all of my cards or any. So I'm selling my cards that are not, that don't perform as well, of course. Like I'm selling that 6900 XT. I just really don't particularly want it. I had actually purchased a 6700 XT and a MSI 3070 Ti just 30 days ago today from Micro Center, and I actually took those back. And they had an open box 3090 for 15. It was an For the Win Ultra for $1574. And so I just went ahead and grabbed that because I had $1,300 worth of returns, which was awesome. And the lady was like, "Oh, you can't just bring your cards back and return them." And I was like, "Well, listen here, lady. The original 3080 Ti I bought was an open box, which you guys relisted out at the original price. That 3080 Ti XT3 was a piece of shit. And literally the thermals on it were terrible. I just didn't even want to bother with it. I took it back. They had an open box 6700 XT, which they re-put back out for the same price because it was open box. And then the only card that was actually new was the MSI, was it the X, it's not the Supreme one, it's just a normal one. I bought that one, it was like $815, and like I was going to take a loss on it if I tried to sell it local. Why wouldn't I return it? And so that was the only one they actually marked down as open box. But that thing sucked too. The thermals on the memory were 110 all the time. I just never really wanted to open it and mess with it. So the lady's all, "Oh well, we can't accept any more returns from you after this." And I was like, "Okay, lady, you're full of shit." You know what I mean? "Oh, we accrue a cost on this." Okay, welcome to the business. You know who else accrues a cost? Everybody. And first off, main reason, buying open box cards. So suck it, lady. That was, obviously I didn't tell her to suck it, but I definitely just straight up ignored her. There was some manager lady there butting in and not minding her own business. So yeah, it really rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I'm buying open box cards, they're not performing as expected. I'm gonna return them, whatever. It's not like I'm buying a 3090 every week and bringing it back and you guys have to mark it down $500. So yeah, I know, stupid rant. I apologize. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the video here. Basically, the cards I'm gonna be selling, like that Gigabyte 3070 Ti, I'm gonna sell that. the blower style 2080, the 2060 Super right there. I'm going to sell that. I'm going to sell my LHR cards, not my For the Win 337 Ti's. I'm going to keep those, but like the Asus Tough, my Asus KO 3060 Ti's, LHRs, I'm going to go ahead and sell those. What else am I selling? I have my 3080, sorry, the blue lights. I have my 3080 Ti Asus Tough listed up. I have my terrible Zotac 3070 Ti with the bum fan. I have that thing listed up for $600. I can't even get anybody to buy it at that. A couple other cards like 1660 Ti, 1660, which is MSI, 1660 Super Strix. I plan to keep all my 2070s and 2080s and 2080 Supers because they just do so good on Flux that I want to keep those. I'm going to also sell, like, so this is a 2060 12 gigabyte. I have a 2060 6 gigabyte, both MSI. I haven't really looked through those. I have an MSI 2070 Super. Basically, the only 20 series cards I'll be selling are like the 2060s or the 2070s and 2080s that just don't perform as well as the other ones. And then the plan is just to make space, and yeah. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the 1660s and the 6600s and the 6600 XTs I'm keeping. And I may even sell my 1660 Supers and replace those with 12 more 6600 XTs. I will never be selling these mine boxes. That's just ridiculous. That would never happen. I'm only selling the cards. I have like 2 extra frames. I could possibly give one. I could probably sell one as a kit if somebody wanted. Like I said, the market's pretty flooded right now. I'm not in a desperate hurry to sell stuff, but I'm also not in a desperate hurry to rip myself off either. So obviously I'm going to take a loss on most cards, but then again, most cards have mined for over a year and have already paid themselves off. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the video right there. You guys have a good night, and ask any questions, like, subscribe, come mine with me on Ezil. You can actually do Bitcoin payouts now on Ezil, which is awesome. I haven't tried it yet. I'm a little foggy on the directions on how they have it on there. If anybody knows how to do it or have done it, please get with me. Also, I'm looking for somebody to redo the logo for the channel. If anybody wants to be commissioned for that and work with me on that, I'd be more than happy to pay you for your time. Alright guys, have a good night. See ya. Bye.